Okay, here we are on day 5, about 2 hours in. Just rolling into Medical Lake. Earlier I took a quick shot of a bird up in a pretty big nest up on top of a post. Wish I knew what it was. It's pretty cool. But yeah, feeling really good this morning. In a really good mood for some reason. Maybe it's because it's just another beautiful morning out here. It's maybe upper 50s, sunny, no wind. Just rolling into Medical Lake. I think this must be it right here. They've got a lake and a pond. Maybe the pond is more for me. But yeah, I really ought to go dip my ass in it and see if it can work any magic. I'm getting pretty sore these days. But 5th day in, I think it's about time to toughen up a little bit. For being in some pain, I'm in an awfully good mood. It's one of those nuisance pains as opposed to, a real serious thing. Climbing muscles are still pretty tender from the last couple of days, but overall things are coming along really well. So I see a runner coming, I'm going to shut up. About 3.5 hours in, still feeling great. Another one of those birds up on a pallet, on a pole, big nests. The next small town I believe is Malden. Okay, here we are about 6.5 hours into the ride on day 5. At one point in my life I would have told you that today was a 7-hour ride and that we'd have a half hour to go. Once again, I am wrong about that. Probably got about another 1.5 hours or so. Taking it real easy today. If we look out here to the southeast, you can see some mountains in the background. Those will be the first thing tomorrow morning. Right now I'm on Highway 27 between Garfield and Palouse. And I've been following this railroad track for the last 25 or 30 miles, kind of paralleling it. Crossed it 5 or 6 times. And about every 10 miles there is a grain elevator, sometimes with a small town by it and sometimes not. And you can see we're still in the vast fields of wheat. Warmed up today to about 80 degrees. No one can complain about that kind of weather. Wind is very light. You can see that I'm keeping the sun off my skin here today as an experiment. It's going pretty well. Thought earlier on I was getting warm, so I took the white outer layer off and decided to put it back on after lunch. Lunch, of course, was in Rosalia. Stopped in at a bar, had a big old cheeseburger and fries. It took my belly about 2 hours to wrestle that into submission, but once it did, plenty of energy again today. Maybe the 2 beers was a bad idea, but sure felt good. Made me want to pull over under a shade tree and take a big old siesta. But no, overall, today's been a lot of these green fields, a lot of railroad tracks, grain elevators. High sky today, and yeah, overall feel pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie to you, on day 1 I'd have been out here going about 17. Today I'm at about 14. Gotten a little run down, but I think maybe we're starting to get to equilibrium, where tomorrow will be about the same as today. So I guess we'll see about that tomorrow. We've crossed over into Idaho, and believe it or not, the wheat fields did not instantly turn to potato fields. You can see there's some trees at the top of the hills over here, and even more trees to the tops of the bigger hills over there. That's got to be tomorrow's first chore, I guess. Way down there in the valley is Moscow. That's the stop for this afternoon. You might hear some traffic behind me. I'm on Highway 95 heading into town. It's about a 6-mile stretch. It's a surprisingly big climb to get up here. I'm about to get it back going down the hill on this side. Overall, just about a little over 8 hours in the saddle right now, feeling fine. Getting a little ready to be done for the day. I think I'll zip down the hill and find Lana, and we'll do it again tomorrow.